So, Dad, guess what tomorrow is?
The day you return this horrific tablecloth to the store? Or stab it because it's an alien? See? It changes patterns. It's absolutely an alien having trouble holding a consistent geometric pattern. Honestly, this level of paranoia is a direct result of watching too much Rick and Morty. Trust nothing. Everything is nothing. Or something. Umbrella paintings.
But also, tomorrow is your 1-year anniversary back in our lives.
Celebrating arbitrary anniversaries because you can.
I'm gonna make you flying saucer-shaped pancakes.
And yes, as another Rick points out shortly, regular shaped pancakes are also flying saucer shaped, so this sin is for teasing that you're making fun-shaped pancakes when in fact you are not. Beth is a monster. Considering breakfast is on the table, I think we're meant to believe it's 6 a.m. and there's no way this family is gathered for a fully prepared meal by 6 a.m. Nope. In this episode, we learn that Rick's smarty brainwaves need Morty's dummy brainwaves to keep Rick untraceable or some such bullshit. Yet here in the opening credits, he straight up leaves Morty to die. So what's that about?
Our son's been abducted!
You hate me for buying those coins!
To be fair, Jerry was frozen when Morty was abducted and therefore wouldn't understand the full reason Beth is upset. Normally, Jerry deserves the yelling, but not this time, Beth. Also, coin collections.
Jeez, Rick, what is this place?
The Citadel of Ricks. It's the secret headquarters for the Council of Ricks.
And where's the counseling center for Jerry and Beth's? Considering all Ricks have a Morty, and all Mortys have a Jerry and Beth who would be distraught because their sons are missing.
Turn your boring old Morty into a hot fashion statement.
This is a Rick-tastic concept, but he can see that the Rick he's trying to sell his goods to has handcuffs on and is being transported by some form of authority, right? How does he expect to close a deal here exactly? It's supposed to be funny because they have different hairstyles, but it's not. Cliché. If his body was stuffed into the wood chipper, starting with the head, then how is the arm still in one piece?
Yeah, so does the scientist formerly known as Rick. Why isn't he here in handcuffs? Because he's dead too!
TAFCAP shaming.
So as they say in Canada, peace out.
Making fun of Canadians. Wait, is that a sin? I can't remember.
Run, Morty!
And then our Rick and Morty run by many other Rick and Mortys who would easily attempt to stop them, but don't even try. Perplexing, considering everyone thinks our Rick is a dangerous Rick killer. But oh well, on to the portal pandemonium. I feel like this is a good time to revisit the how the f does the portal pew pew gun work portion of the program. Does he just think of a specific destination, or are the locations random and somehow manage to spew fire, insects, and tentacles at the perfect moment? The incredibly convenient timing is sinnable either way. Based on the fact that we only see asses and no hands, what is the purpose of the giant rolls of toilet paper? Who would even use them? And how are the rear ends so clean if the ground around them is covered in feces? This is the least subtle symbolic anal penetration since the ending of North by Northwest.
Yeah, I'd like to order one large person with extra people, please.
White people. No. Black people and Hispanic on half.
Racist pizza.
Yes, I'd like to order one large sofa chair.
This is a pretty funny running gag, but with all these different worlds, it makes me wonder why the Ricks look the same at the council. Or it was Pizza Rick, or Telephone Rick, or Greasy Grandma Rick. And we see a Hammer Morty later, so clearly these types exist. I continue to take issue with the use of portals in this episode, and here's why. Rick splats out a whole bunch of options, the enemy appears, and they say,
They could have gone into any one of these. We lost them.
which means they aren't tracking our Rick and Morty. So how would they have known to follow them into the Farty McPoopsmith world in the first place? I just want to point out that there appears to be a fruit bowl on the bottom shelf, which is a really dumb place for fruit and bowls in the combination thereof.
Anything else?
Yeah, more phone sticks, please.
So they're eating phones? Just because they went into a different dimension does not mean they have a different digestive system. Bad guys avoid looking around the room, thereby allowing the good guys to slip away, cliché.
They look exactly like us, so in order to avoid confusion, I'm gonna mark us each with a red X right now.
But they're also wearing different clothing, so you could just go with that as the identifier. Also, there must be additional exits to this restaurant because our Rick and Morty straight up escape. So rather than marking X's on foreheads, perhaps watch those doors?
Hey, you didn't pay your bill!
You said, holy chairs are sentient? Wrong.
Advertising. Wow. So people need help figuring out what to buy, and then you help them?
I mean, it's a little more complicated than that.
It is not. Also, if the other Jerrys think Bowl-Cut Jerry is useless, why would he be brought along for missions in the first place? It appears there are more than enough Ricks for the job.
You're missing my symphony. Hey, I'll take it over Mumford & Sons.
I'm pretty sure the Rolling Stones review for that Mumford & Sons album was, it's the equivalent of listening to 1,000 naked children being tortured. So this race might still be too close to call.
We will find our peace in the next world.
Show now asks us to believe that the captive Mortys have had enough time to form a cult and mine this cave prison for the resources to create cloaks, printed propaganda, and a precise razor to shave their heads. The pointy thing isn't piercing Morty any longer. And so all the tortured Mortys spend one beautiful second believing they are freed before realizing they are likely falling to their death. How special. Owning a Life is Rough poster that shows the golf ball on the green and barely any rough.
Saved your ass.
All right, Morty, don't break an arm jerking yourself off.
I mean, you can't really do that, right? Right?
This is the receiver. Yeah, but where's the transmitter?
Cliffhangers. No, eye boogers. Cliffhoogers? Kloogers? Stalkers.
Homer, I told you this morning, no guns at the dinner table.
You? No. Me. You! Bring up the holograms! And I hate to get all Andy Rooney about it, but
When did bright-colored plastic cows, pigs, and rabbits get to be art?
Coffee time!
yo, that's what I like to hear.
You wake up, it's time for coffee.
Advertising. Wow. So people need help figuring out what to buy, and then you help them?
Cheese. It's milk that you chew.
You know, Jerry, I'm not going to tell you that these will increase in value or even hold their current value. The truth is, you bought them because you like them. They have value to you. That's what matters.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night!